Hello, everyone. For those of you who do not know us, my name is Jerry Jimenez. This is my wife.
I'm Ruth Jimenez.
Yes. So we decided to make a vlog of the season that we're in at this moment. So the purpose of this is we are believing that what is recorded from this point on will be a blessing to whoever stumbles upon it. I do believe that there are divine appointments that are made by God, so I'm believing that those of you who find this video will be blessed. So we want to share with you not only the season now, but how it all started and how we started. So go ahead. How did we start?
How did we start? Well, he asked me to go with him. Anyways, no. So we've been married for 16 years. Right, Jay?
Right.
You're lucky I didn't ask you.
Yes.
And we went out for 3 years before I got married. The last 2 years were a long distance relationship. I was here in Arizona and he was in New Mexico. But also what happened around that time, I was informed by a doctor because I started having medical issues, and that he mentioned that perhaps I was not going to be able to conceive children ever. Sorry, those are the birds. We're at home. So.
Yeah.
And so I was told that perhaps I was not going to be able to conceive. And he still married me. I did inform him before that. He decided to ask me to, well, that's another topic. He told me over the phone, hey, let's get married, okay? So then 6 months later, we got married. It was on a Sunday after service, so everyone from the service went to our wedding. It was pretty awesome. I love my wedding day. And well, after that, a couple of years passed, and then we obviously tried to conceive a child, and it wouldn't happen. Obviously, people were praying with us for us until this very special missionary from Brazil. He did a special prayer, not necessarily over me, but over him, just because after one of those special services, he had to go take care of him and, take him out to dinner and take him to the hotel and all that good stuff. So he can mention that part.
So we were at dinner, and as we were conversating, he was asking me if we had children, and I said no, we didn't. And he asked me, well, why? And I told him basically, well, we've been trying, but nothing would happen. And then, I give him the whole story, how long we've been trying, and what the physician said to my wife. And when I was done, he asked the question again, do you want children? I said, yes, we definitely do. He said, okay. And he told me to stand up, and I stood up right there where we're in the restaurant, where we're in front of everybody. And he said, are you sure you want children? I said, yes. So he said, okay. And he started praying for me. And as soon as he was done, he gave me specific instructions on what to do. So I said, okay. And he told me to go home now. So I went home, talked to my wife about what happened, and followed the instructions to the T. Every single thing the missionary told us to do, we did it. How long was it after?
About 3 months after that, we actually had plans to a house and all that. We ended up moving to my parents' house. It was supposed to be something really temporary. And so 2 weeks after we were at my parents' house, I started feeling yucky. And I was like, okay, and thought we were pregnant.
Yes.
We found out we were pregnant, and it was amazing. We did our pregnancy test at home first, and oh my goodness, it says positive. So obviously we made the appointment. We went to the doctor, and then the lady came. You go to the doctor's office and do whatever testing they need to be doing there, and then we're just waiting for results. And the lady, one of the nurses, comes in and she's like, okay, so your next appointment is so and so, blah blah blah. And we're like, so are we pregnant? And she's like, oh yeah. And we're like, oh, so we're all bawling. He came on the floor crying, and it was a party. And so that was it. And thank God we have our child. She's 11 years old now. Her name is Evani. She's precious. She's beautiful. She's smart.
She looks like daddy.
Yeah, everybody said that it was like daddy spit her out or something like that. It was horrible. But anyways, that's what people would say. And so she's a total Jimenez thing, but
Yes.
she's sweet as me. So, right?
You're right.
Anyways, so she's a miracle, and she's healthy, she's smart, she's sweet, she loves God, and obviously she does want a sibling. And with that being said, that's 11 years ago, and time has passed by, and we eventually tried again, and I ended up in the hospital one time in 2013. I had to have surgery because one of the ectopic pregnancies had ruptured, and I was internally bleeding, so blood transfusion, surgery, and all that stuff. So that really, really scared me. We decided to stop trying after that for a while, and just being cautious about it. But yet, you have that gut feeling, and you have people that supports you and they pray with you. And so from that event in 2013, we met Terry.
So before she continues on with that, I do want to state the fact that in that term that was pretty hard, and that was a pretty hard point of her life because of how severe it was. And she's not stating how crazy it was at that time when that happened. It was a moment where, not only did we lose a child, but I almost lost my wife. And we're sharing this with you because it's a difficult thing to share. But it was a moment in time where it was my whole world was ending and anything could have happened. And honestly, I was lost at that moment. I didn't know what to do. I tell my wife at the story that when I had to go take my daughter to a family member's house, and I had to go home, and I went home to get her clothes, and I was putting her clothes together. I didn't know what to pick, and then at that I was like, I gotta ask Ruth. And when I went to get my phone to call her, that's when I broke, because I knew at that moment she was in very critical condition, and I knew that my life was her. It depended a lot on her, and the fact that my reaction was I need to call Ruth, but at that moment I couldn't, and so it was a pretty down part of my life. But we were victorious. You're still here. I still have her. She's still with us, and so I just wanted to share that. It wasn't something as simple as she as mentioned it, but it was something pretty crazy. But anyways, continue on.
So after that, we started trying again in 2016. Nothing would have happened, and then until 2017, a couple of days after, let's say right before Christmas 2017, we lost another one. And so it's just every time it's harder, it hurts more, and as a woman it's really difficult. All these lies come to your head. Titles want to come in your head, as in useless, womanless, or the word of God says that you're here to conceive, to reproduce. And so I love God, but again, thankfully we have special people around us that help us get on the track again, and it's not God's fault. And we still trust Him, we still love Him. He's still everything to us. Without Him we're nothing. And so at this moment I would like to mention, yes, Terry Minifield. She's been an angel. Well, since 2013 she's been there for me. It was just so interesting because she offered to bring food to the house. She took care of them, and just the way she was loving me, that was so different. And So until this moment, she's with us on this journey, and I love God for that. Even when I have not believed, I don't care, I'm believing for you. God told me this, and she's following that. And I thank God for that pillar that I have in my life. Other than Evani, she prays, she has requested, she has believed.
Yeah.
She's
She has the name already, so she has been a pillar for us. I mean, she in times when I can't say the word we gave up, because we've never given up believing in God. But even in the moments where we would forget to pray, forget to believe, she's been and is constantly praying for her baby brother. Like I said, she has a name down already.
We will say
and that's already, yeah, we're not going to say what name it is because we want nobody to take it. But she has been something great of an example.
Yeah. We take turns when we pray for when we eat. And so she's thankful for that even when we eat. She mentioned that. And when we pray, and if we don't mention it, you know, we're not done yet. So we had to be specific on that. So that was in Christmas 2017. So then we got pregnant again, and we lost another one last year around August. It was actually August the 14th. So ironic, because that was supposed to be the due date from the child that we had lost in December. So on August 14th, I was there in the hospital again. I was 12 weeks. I don't know if it's too much info. I just discharged something, right? That it was like a balloon and everything came out. It's the most awkward experience because you feel what you're supposed to be feeling, what I imagine, right? When you're gonna have a real child, but then it's not even the right time, and then the way it happens, it's traumatic. It's not normal, and again, it hurts. It wants to turn hope down, and you don't even want to think about it again, and you just feel alone in it. And again, all these lies come to your head. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? How come it doesn't happen to us? What's the story behind all this? Other than what we have decided is that simply when this happens, God is simply going to glorify Himself through our lives, and it's going to be a special case, a special event, and it's going to be awesome. So. We want to start doing this because we are starting from zero again, and we just, by doing this, we're not pregnant yet, but we're starting from zero, and we just want to start vlogging this because it's going to be an awesome story. And so with that being said, yesterday was our first appointment again. We went to the fertility center. Dr. Craig. He's an interesting
individual.
So I just want to say, man, he's a good doctor.
Yes, yes.
We went there. We had our first appointment there. Terlin was with us. She was
Mama.
holding my hand. Yes. So we started from zero again, checking up how's my body and what do we need to do about it to help it go into this beautiful stage, because now the problem is no longer that I can't get pregnant anymore. Things have changed, because now it's obviously that I can get pregnant, just I can't keep him. So we're just gonna help my body to get prepared for that, so that we can keep him. And I don't know. You want to say something else?
No, just I don't know. I mean, this is where we're at in this season now. We're at the season where we're starting from zero, and we're gonna continually believe in faith that what God has planned to happen will happen. I mean, we know that we are going to have a child. we just don't know when. But
Time's ticking.
yeah, time's ticking, definitely. But I guess I'll just keep praying for us and believing with us for strength, courage, boldness, to continue forward. This is going to be an interesting journey.
It is.
And it's going to be something that I know is going to bless somebody. And because we're vlogging this, our daughter will see, and our soon coming child will see, the testimony of how he came into this world. Right?
Yeah, and that's what we're doing, because this is just another confession of our faith. Because we really believe for that to happen.
Yeah. So
here we go.
Here we go.
Step 1 checked.
Check.
We'll keep you updated what's next, or what is it that we need to be doing, and one step at a time.
Right. Well,
we'll see ya. We love you. God bless you.
God bless you. Bye.